So I will be doing more talking head videos moving forward. I want to start sharing a little bit more of the why, the methodology, the reasoning behind what this channel is all about and what I've been showcasing on this channel. And when it comes to working out, we're going to be doing quite a few videos, because there's definitely a few parts that I want to make sure people really just have a stronger grasp on it and take advantage of it. When it comes to this workout, when it comes to training, I've been doing it for over 20 years now, staying consistent with it. The consistency and the reasoning, look, the physique, how big I am, cut, whatever, cool. It's a byproduct, it's a bonus, it's a tool. I'm going to talk, and in another video we'll talk about how to use that tool and what rooms to use that tool in. But the consistency came from, I knew early on, and I'm a firm believer, you have to equip yourself as much as possible in this world. And having structure is just one of those things that you need to equip yourself with. Discipline, commitment, long view, consistency. You have to be tested. Training was an anchor for that. And that's why I just kept it going, because I realized, like, okay, with all chaos is happening, ups and downs, adversity, for me to find a solution to these things, I still have to have some sort of focus, some sort of level head to get through it. And training became that. It allowed me to still develop and work on, because structure and discipline, guys, it's not something that you just read a book, you wake up and say, oh, I'm disciplined, oh, I'm confident. You watch a video, 3 ways to build confidence. Okay, cool. You have to put it to the test. You have to put it to work. You have to be tested. You have to be challenged. You have to, all of those things. You have to have receipts. Discipline it's not a word, it's an action, it's a lifestyle. Like, it's so many, you have to build yourself up to it, and you have to train it, just like you train in the gym. You have to train yourself to have that structure. You have to train yourself to be disciplined. You have to train yourself to never break the promise to yourself, because what? This world makes it very, very easy to become soft. This world makes it very, very easy, right, to just be in that comfort zone and think you're doing something. And you wake up one day and realize it's been 2 years and I've just been spinning tires and I'm 30 pounds overweight. So I used training, and still use it, as an anchor, that every morning is an opportunity for me to build up my discipline a little bit more. Not breaking the promise to myself, because every morning the alarm goes off at 5. Sometimes 4:30, 5 o'clock, 4:45. And it's up to me, what am I going to do about it? Am I going to hit the snooze and say, I trained hard, we got it in yesterday, let's go back? Or it's like, oh, okay, man, felt like I just went to sleep and now it's time to get back up. All right, let's go do it. Every morning you have an opportunity, or whenever, for me it's the morning, but every time you have a decision to make, and it's up to you. What are you going to do? Are you going to fold, or are you going to keep the promise to yourself? And why do I keep bringing up not breaking the promise to yourself? Because you're going to be met with moments where you're going to be tested. You're going to be met with moments where, hey, there's no one coming to help you. No one's coming to save you. You got yourself in this situation, and now what are you going to do about it? And here is the moment where you have to prove to yourself, all right, am I who I say I am? That confidence to get through that adversity, that belief, that drive, that comes from the receipts prior. When you were faced with another task, you were faced with another adversity, and you showed up, you didn't falter. That's how you start building yourself up. That's how you build the confidence. That's how you build that consistency, that long view. You got to get out there and get challenged. Challenge yourself. You You're not going to get challenged from silk sheets and being comfortable all day. It's just not going to happen. And one of the ways you can do that now is get up, control the food, set a goal, stick with it. The biggest thing I see where people fall short, and I'm guilty of it back in the day, was always breaking the promise to yourself. I say I'm going to start this, you say you're going to start that. New Year's resolution, whatever, give me 30 days, I'm going to do this in 60 days. And you see the person at day 80, and what happened? The treadmill that you bought as a clothes hanger, whatever. I can go on and on. The point is, how many times have you showed up for yourself? How many times did you not break the promise? So now when you look at all of those reasons, this is why the gym is so critical. It's a priority. We're not even talking about what it does with the external and using that as a tool. We're still internal. It's so much that it does for you that isn't seen, but it is seen. It's all that development that's happening internally that then can be shown and demonstrated, and the output. But it's all of that time that you've been putting in. The grind, where now you become familiar with it. You embrace the grind. You know what it takes. You know the sacrifice. So when it's time for you to grind in the business, grind in other avenues, when it's time to build up relationships, build the business, it's like, okay, I've been building for years. This isn't new. I'm ready. I want it. I want the task. So that is where all of that is where the consistency came from. This is why it's been 20 plus years. Because it trains you to never break the promise to yourself. And if you can keep the promise to yourself, you can keep the promise to others. You be the best version of yourself. You can be the best version to others. How can you lead if you can't even lead yourself properly? How can you be strong when a flight of stairs beats you? How can you be strong for others? We're carrying groceries, you're out of breath. How can somebody come to you for guidance when you don't even follow your own, or you follow it for a month, you follow it for 6 months? How long do I have to do this? How long is this going to be? I don't know. I don't count. Because the journey is the journey. And I tell people, and I also tell people, for me, the reward has been the journey. And I know that sounds cliche, but the reward has been when I can look back and I have my receipts. I remember these particular mile markers in this journey. Like, man, that was a rough one. I didn't think I was going to be able to get through that one. Oh, this was crazy. It's like, but I did it. And you can kind of compare and contrast when you weren't that version of yourself and you were faltering a little bit and you were getting off course. And now it's like you stayed the course and you stayed diligent. You worked on yourself. And now look at this version of yourself and you're like, okay, I see the difference. I want more. That's where the fuel comes from. That's where the drive comes from. But you have to work on it. Just to get out there. I'm even just thinking real quick, I just took me off guard. I'm thinking about you went through some things. And still going. Still not done. Still more work to be done. I'm looking forward to it. Because if I would have given up when I thought it was just too hard, too rough, I wouldn't have experienced half of these things, these amazing things. So I tell you to keep going. I'll tell myself to keep going. Do you have battles? Absolutely. There's other times where you just want to say, enough is enough. Sure. Probably say something like that every morning when, the alarm goes off. But I'm saying that as I'm getting up. I'm saying that as I'm brushing my teeth. I'm saying that as I'm putting my clothes on. I'm saying that as I'm getting in the car. And look, we're here now. Let's get to it. So I want to leave you guys with that. I won't make this video too long, but we're going to dive a little bit deeper into it. I want to get deeper into this. The reasoning. It has to be more, guys. If you're trying to get to your level, your better version of whatever that looks like for you, it's going to require work. It's going to require hard work. It's going to require you to be something that you didn't think you could be. So be it.